This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions. What's up, back with another one. So today, I'm going to show you this clip of Joe Budden reacting to Mamdani's win. Check it out.
And then the Magic Johnson theater. No, that was Mission Impossible, one of the recent ads. Anyway.
Since we're giving out congrats, and I don't want to get too serious, but can we give a congrats to Zohran Mamdani?
Yeah, for sure.
For winning the mayoralty of New York City.
That was amazing.
The mayor-elect of New York. Big, solid victory.
You said it. You said it.
Yeah, I've been saying it for 6 months, man. It's no surprises, but to actually watch it, I was covering it. And watching the returns come in. There were other great races too that we don't have to talk about as much, but the Virginia race was won by a Democratic governor, which was a big deal. The black woman lieutenant governor did not win. We saw New Jersey, Mikey Sherrill. Yeah.
Detroit got their first woman.
and Mickey Sherrill.
Yes, both of them won, yes.
Detroit, Albany.
In Detroit, yes.
Detroit first woman in, I think, 234 years?
Yeah, first woman and a black woman at that.
What?
Major wins. We'll see what they do politically. But
Mamdani's speech was incredible.
But that Mamdani speech was, everybody liked it except Van Jones. He was the only person who tore it down. But
that first stanza with the hands.
First of all, he came out to New York. He came out to Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Right? Which
people took that as a 50 diss, which makes no sense.
It makes sense.
It made all sense.
Make a lot of sense.
Tell me, please tell me.
50 been trolling him. 50 been trolling him, saying like, we gonna move out. I'll pay his salary for him not to run. All this other. Now, I don't know if it was a 50 diss, but it's not a stretch. And Mamdani's brain works that way.
Or maybe the person that suggested him that record was aware of what was going on and like, you know what, yo, dogs, use this. It's New York and it will.
Mamdani used to rap. He probably.
He's a rapper.
He knows.
Mamdani. I know. Oh, no, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm looking the wrong way.
And I don't know if 50 lives in New York.
I doubt that he does.
Like, that's my thing about these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny seeing a lot of the commentators that don't live to New York and never will and are not coming here.
Yeah,
I'm never coming back to New York. You weren't anyway.
I thought he had announced that he was going there. He went to Texas.
He's in Shreveport now with his everything down there.
Yeah. I think he had left. I think when they come to New York, they become like the visit.
Yeah. They definitely don't register to vote here, and they're not like primarily here. But he made a great speech. First of all, he won with a mandate. He got more than 50% of the vote, which I think was important. A plurality is good enough, but you want to say you get the majority of the vote because you don't want for the next 4 years people be like, most New Yorkers don't want you. Most New Yorkers don't want these policies. So he got over 50% of the vote. Cuomo came up stronger than I expected. 50% came in. 50 Cent came in. I'm sorry. I'm scrambled because Keno just came in with more
Keno's
trades.
Bringing food in.
Keno came in with
Don't get any ideas.
I got plenty of ideas.
Yeah, your wife can go to Salvation Army. I'm joking.
So yeah, I got distracted. But yes, he got more than 50% of the vote. Andrew Cuomo, though, did come in the 40s, which was important. Curtis Lewa got less than I thought, but still placed. But together, Cuomo and Sliwa still don't equal Mamdani's vote, so it didn't matter.
Over 1 million voters ain't to be unnoticed.
That is not to be unnoticed.
Yeah. It was 1 million? I thought it was 2.
No, I think he got 2 million people voted.
Record turnout in New York with regards to the number of voters.
Yeah, to have over 1 million people come out and vote for you is no small feat. I mean, I told Mark offline what some of my issues are. I don't know if I'm bold enough to say it on air. Actually, I will. I don't like Mamdani's graphic designer.
Okay.
Like, now that he won, and we're seeing his shit on the trains and on the news, they putting his slogan, "A new way for New York," or the new, whatever it is. But his graphic designer, some of the font they're using, it make it seem like some of the his opposition was saying. We just gotta hit Instagram. We gotta find.
Say, bro, just Helvetica, my brother. Just Helvetica.
That's what I'm saying. Your font.
Times New Roman.
Yeah. Do y'all see his font? I'm the only one, right?
I did that.
I'm the only one.
But I know I could, just by what you said, I have a good imagination.
If you happen to bump into a commercial where it says the new mayor, new way, New York, and you see the font looks a little.
What your opposite?
It does.
Joe Budden always breaks things down in a way that makes you think. Here, he's highlighting Mamdani's historic win, pointing out how a younger candidate with bold ideas can shake up politics.
Sorry, Mark.
No, it's all good. But Mamdani came out.
Off air, you agreed with me.
I agreed you on air.
We call.
I agree on that. I ain't scared.
Yeah, over here is my brother in support.
No, but he came out and like you said, Percy, he gave an amazing speech.
Yeah.
To me, from top to bottom, I could not have imagined a better speech.
That was the most impressive Democratic speech I've heard since Barack Obama.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it's not close.
I think so too.
I agree. I wonder what Van Jones thought was divisive about it.
This is what he said.
He said it.
He said Mamdani's speech on the campaign trail were inclusive and warm and inviting and brought everyone together. And he said this one it was like sharper in tone. It was not darker, but it was more. It was less. It was basically like, I won. This is my. And it excluded the people who didn't agree with him. He said it felt like he felt more not arrogant, but basically like, I won. Now what? You know what I mean? That's the tone he said he got. He said it's going to not do him any favors in bringing everybody together. I think that's a bizarre read.
What has happened to Van Jones outside of him taking all the money?
I can't figure it out. You know, and this isn't a cheap plug, but I made a piece called Van Jones about a month ago, and the reason was because I know he knows better. There are people in the world who I disagree with, and I'm okay with us disagreeing. Everybody up here disagrees with different things with each other. But Van knows better. I watched Van. I've known Van for a long time. And even before I knew him, I watched him as, you know, back when he would be in front of leading protest rallies. He'd be standing out there with the locks, talking about free Palestine. Now he's doing the opposite. He's out there saying Trump. Now he's like, Trump for the first time became president. I'm watching him be the opposite of who he wants to be. And I don't like to call people sellouts, right? Because I think that's too easy. I think whenever people disagree with us, it doesn't mean they sold out. Sometimes they just have a different opinion. But I'm struggling to understand how somebody who knows as much as he does and has taken the positions that he's taken is suddenly taking the opposite position with no reason.
Repeatedly.
Yeah, repeatedly. Yeah.
Could it be a different level of access?
Oh, I think that is what it is. But I think it's access to power and money, not access to information.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Like now I'm on another side of the table and I look at things a little differently and I got to now
sell out.
Oh, I understand a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a name for it.
Sucker.
There's a name for it.
Some of us, we all, put it like this, there was a lot of black people working at CNN. And a lot of us stood 10 toes. I'm going. Angela's going. Angela Rye's going. I mean, I can name a list of people that are gone. Simone Sanders is gone. Right? Van is still there.
Joe Budden enthusiastically congratulates Zohran Mamdani on his historic victory as the new mayor of New York City, describing it as a big, solid win that reflects the will of the people and the power of a clear mandate. He emphasizes that Mamdani secured the majority of the vote, which Budden sees as particularly important because it demonstrates that most New Yorkers support his vision and policies, giving him the legitimacy to govern confidently for the next 4 years. Budden praises Mamdani's campaign speeches, calling them energetic, inclusive, and powerful, and even compares them to the most impressive Democratic addresses he has heard since Barack Obama, noting that Mamdani has a natural ability to connect with a wide audience while inspiring hope and action. He admires the historic significance of an immigrant leading the city, pointing out that New York has always been shaped and built by immigrants, and that Mamdani's victory symbolizes both progress and representation in a city long defined by its diversity. Budden also highlights the record voter turnout, emphasizing that more than 1 million people participated in the election, which he believes shows a deeply engaged electorate and validates Mamdani's achievement.